episode 240.
I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Winnie.
Wow.
And thank you for...
I don't look so great on Sunday mornings.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I have no makeup on, which I don't wear a lot anyways, but wow.
I've had a rough week, and I
know.
look like I've had a rough week. So I don't even...
So you're catching us at a very rough time.
Yes, we're a little delayed recording this week, and that is because I was sick last week, and I was especially sick when Sheila was supposed to come over and record.
Okay.
She was going to come, and then I got really sick.
You just caught me like I was 2 minutes out the door. My car was started and
everything. Well,
everything.
I was in the shower because you were coming over. Like,
no, I know.
I'm
just
ready.
saying. I mean,
and then I was like, oh no, this is not good. So, yeah, that's why we're a little delayed.
Just some shout outs, knit-alongs. We have our annual knit-along of whatever we decide. This month's 2 months, February and January, is work in progress, things that were started before January 1st of 2016. Throw in the thread when you finish.
Yeah.
It has to just be finished in January and February. Throw them in the thread. We will pick winners the next time we record in March.
Yes.
So not this coming week because it's still February. Yeah, so next week sometime.
Bye,
Thanks
Oscar.
for your butt. And then we're also continuing the blue. Oh, that means I'll have to pick a Blue Moon winner too.
Yeah.
We'll pick a Blue Moon Fiber Arts winner. That's anything made by Blue Moon that you knit with or spin, because we opened it up to spinning. They do fiber. Enter it into the thread. I'll pick a winner, not this coming week, but the following week, the first week in March. I have more needle holders on the way and a pattern of $5 or less of your choice from me. And then next month, we'll see what we go for prizes. We might have more. So we'll see.
Also, we are still running our Modern Lopey contest. So if you haven't gone to the contest thread in our Ravelry group, go in to make sure you can put a chance in to win that book. And I just wanted to make a correction about it. I corrected it on the show notes. I thought Modern Lopey was published by Cooperative Press because it came in a lot with our Cooperative Press books. But it is, in fact, a self-published book. So Lars Rains, or I think that's his name, he published that book himself.
Oh, all right.
Which
is very exciting. I happened to be at Barnes & Noble yesterday looking at the knitting magazines, and I want to say Vogue, I don't even know, has a picture of a nice Icelandic type yoke sweater, so they must be coming back in Vogue.
Definitely Lopey is back. The last time Lopey was popular is, I want to say, in the late 80s, early 90s, because I knit a sweater in Lopey back then, and that was a big thing. And then it kind of went out.
Well, and then felting came in, and Lopey was a big one for felting, because when I started knitting, there was a lot of Lopey felted bags going around.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it doesn't really do it justice with Lopey, but it's a nice feltable yarn.
It felts well.
It does. But it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Just so you know, Lopey is probably not one that you'd want to wear next to your skin.
Well, no. It's a little hairy.
Yeah, I've never knit with it next to my skin, but just by the
I still have that Lopey sweater. It's put away. I'll have to show it sometime. It's a snowflake sweater, and it's real itchy.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, you have to wear it with... I have to wear it with a turtleneck. It's a cardigan.
Oh.
Which is good because it's really heavy because it's Lopey and it's stranded, but it's heavy, and it's itchy.
It's
you
a
can't
coat
really...
type of thing.
No, it's it's just...
No, I know, but you could wear it...
Yeah, you would not...
Not in a... Well, maybe in a very cold house.
You could wear it in a house. I have worn it indoors with it open, but you have to wear a long sleeve turtleneck or it's really itchy. So.
But they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Someday. It's
beautiful yarn.
It's absolutely beautiful yarn. And what
the
Lars did with those sweaters is absolutely gorgeous.
And the modern stuff might be less hairy than the
1990s
1990s version. I don't know.
I just remember doing my felted bags with Lopey when Fabric Place was open, and shaving them because they were so hairy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did. I remember shaving one. I took an electric hair clipper. That's the reason why it probably doesn't clip hair all that much now.
I don't think they're meant to be used on that kind of stuff. Did I bring my phone here? I guess I won't be knitting.
Oh. Did you want to go check real quick?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
I just need to keep knit
Yeah,
a
no,
stitch
I hear you.
Thing on. All right. So anyway, yeah, but you can. I think you can still get Modern Lopey on Amazon. So and on Ravelry, or at least on Ravelry.
Yeah, I don't know about Amazon.
It didn't occur to me to check into that, but it's not a cooperative press book. Just so you know. So anyway, but yes, we're still having a contest. So.
Yeah, one more week until we draw, and I think even if you don't like the color choices or even use that yarn, because it could certainly, the sweaters would still work the same with a worsted weight, bulky. Cascade, bulky, whatever.
Yeah.
They're still gorgeous.
Yeah.
So
it's a good book.
Check it out.
So on the dance card, I think I go first this week. The first thing that I am knitting on is my poncho. I did not knit much this week, but I did, as you can see, I did get some done on this. That's a pretty big chunk.
It is a good chunk, considering it's probably getting wider.
Yeah, I've done the first round of increases.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
Modern Lopey is on Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wrote down that it was on Amazon and Ravelry, but then I started thinking right now. Maybe
it is.
Not. Oh, good. Yeah. It's a good book. So this is Indigo Frost, and I'm knitting it in Dream and Color Classy in the In Vino Veritas colorway. And you can see that on the body of it, it's got this pattern of eyelets, just to give it a little texture. And I can't tell you exactly because I left my phone somewhere. I don't even know where it is. Like, it could be in the bathroom, it could be upstairs. I have no idea where my phone is. So anyway, that has my pattern on it. But I just did the first round of body increases, and that made my stitches go up quite a bit.
I bet. It looks beautiful, though.
But I still have quite a bit of this skein left.
Now, when you said you wound the skein the other day, did you just wind one?
I did. I wound the next skein.
Okay.
And I'll probably wind the rest of them, but I did it right before I went out to knitting. I went to meet a friend for knitting on Monday night for coffee, and I wound a skein so that I could work on this because I had put it off for so long and I didn't feel like taking the sock that I have. No. So I just did the one skein, and I figured I'd do the rest later. Otherwise, I'll be in that situation where I don't do it again.
You won't knit on it because you don't have it wound.
Yeah, because it's not right there. I did take the bag of yarn upstairs and put it by the ball winder, so that now it's in the same place. That's probably just a better situation. Because the one thing I kept saying, I got to wind that yarn. Oh, it's downstairs. And then I'd be downstairs and I'd be like, I got to wind this yarn. Oh, I don't feel like going upstairs, you know? So now the winder and the yarn are in the same location.
Now you just got to get in the mood to do it.
I just have to wind them. Well, winding worsted weight is fast. It's not like winding a skein of sock yarn.
True.
So I'll do it. But it's working. It's getting there. Unfortunately, with this weather, I'm probably not going to get to wear it this winter. I think you will. It in the fall.
That would be a nice spring type of thing.
I don't know. If
that's what you were just wearing.
Maybe. So anyway, that's that. I did knit on my socks a tiny bit, but I didn't finish. They're so close to being done. It's ridiculous.
I was going to ask if you're on the ribbing, but...
No, I haven't started the ribbing yet.
Yeah, you're making these a little bit longer? Is that what
I want to make them a little bit longer. I kind of liked how long... Did I drop a stitch? Yes, I did. I kind of like how long the ones were that I just did, so I think I'm going to make them like an inch longer in the leg than I usually do.
That's good.
Sorry, I have to try to fix this.
No, that's fine.
And this is Fiber Nymph Dye Works in the Lucky Cat colorway.
And that's her bounce base?
Bounce base. There. Whoops. Come on. One more. There we go. That ran down like 3 stitches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There we go. I love this. And it is the Jeck pattern, which I also love. And these will be nice socks when they're actually done, if I ever finish them. I did quite a bit of work on this. I just, like I said, this week, I after Tuesday, I didn't knit at all.
Right.
At all. So, that's that. And then, of course, I did not knit on this week, but I'll show it again. My Cache Cache Cowl. I did knit a little bit on it last week. This is an enjoyable thing to knit on.
That's good.
So.
I have some of her yarn I should look into.
It's really pretty. I like it. And that's in Into the World Manchester Sock in the Double Rainbow colorway, which I got at Rhinebeck like 2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago?
Possibly.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. And that's all I have on the dance card.
I only have one thing on my dance card. After I recorded last week, I ended up putting the mitts away just because I wasn't feeling the love. I don't know why. I just wasn't. So I picked up my next skein of yarn for Blue Moon, which happens to be the Grapes of Wrath. I think I showed it last week. Cables of Wrath, I'm sorry. Lightweight. And it was one of my club yarns. A Tale of Two Knitters is actually inside. So I am at the heel flap, because I'm doing this cuff down, of the Heath Sock by Paper Monkey, but her name is Andrea Dietrich, D-I-E-T.
Probably Dietrich. I used to work for a guy named Steve Dietrich.
So this is, you do the cable down one side, you do the flap. It's a free pattern on Knitty, I believe. No, it's by yourself. You do the heel flap and the gusset decrease without the cable, and then you pick up doing the cable. It looks really nice. I've done it before. I was questioning it because I wasn't sure how it would look with this color.
I think it looks good.
It does. It obviously would look better in a more solid color, but it certainly, I don't know, I kind of like it. It certainly doesn't look horrible.
No, I like how it looks.
The instructions, I'm actually on the second sock. I'll show you my other one in a second. You kind of have to know how to do reversible cables on your own, or how to do a setup. Do you know what, like, it's hard to explain. So she gives you pretty detailed instructions on how to do the first sock, which is the left sock.
Oh, but you need to know how to reverse the cables.
Well, she doesn't talk about reversing the cables at all. And she goes, the second sock begins. So the first sock, I'll show it to you. It's my project half done. So the first sock, the cable's on the left side. And she tells you how to set it up. So this basically is the end of a row, or no. It's halfway through the round. And then you stop where this cable is, like, I'm doing it magic loop, so it's on the other needle.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't knit these the way that I would normally knit my socks. I knit them with a stitch marker for the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
So then when you do the other sock, she tells you how to set it up. Obviously I know how to reverse a cable. When you're doing cable back, you do cable front.
Right.
She doesn't mention doing that, which, I don't know. I know you're very symmetrical on that. I don't, like I said, before I met you, I probably wouldn't have paid attention to it. But at least make a note into it, or, if you want to switch the cables, this is how you could do it. So then she says, this is the setup. You're doing a cable on the second sock, the end of round 4, beginning of round 5, which is odd.
Yeah.
Maybe at that point somebody could have said, change the beginning of the round to this or something. So it's not for the faint of heart. I think maybe that's why there's not too many projects.
Yeah. You have to have a bit of experience.
So then she ends the written pattern, The cable will now be on the opposite side of the first sock, which it is, and I know how to do that. It says the joy of the pattern is very intuitive, so you can enjoy your favorite Heath Ledger movie, whatever. But it doesn't, and that's how it ends.
Well, maybe
it doesn't go into, decreasing and then starting where the cable is again. You know what I mean? So, I read the notes where, so here's my gusset decreases right here, and then you pick up the cable again. So, like, when I pick up the cable, I'm going to have to look at the instructions and not reverse it, but
figure
it out. So it's not definitely for a beginner cabler, knitter, no. I guess is a good way of saying it, or beginner sock knitter.
Maybe she didn't think that people would be reversing the cable.
I don't even think it's so much reversing the cable, but like
not knowing how to.
But to put it on the other side, maybe she could have said, okay, and after picking up these gusset stitches, don't forget to do this.
Right.
I don't know. It's just, it's a great pattern. I love the socks. This is her only pattern. And there were only, I think, 30. It's a nice pattern, and if you want to just take the cable and make it your own, you certainly could.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's a free pattern. It's a 3x3. Right? That's, 3x3 or 6 cable, whatever it's called.
6-stitch cable.
Yeah.
3/3.
3/3, that's what I'm thinking of. So, but I like it. It's the second time I've done it. Will I do it again? I don't know. It'll take me a few years to think about it. I think if I was to do a cable up the side, I'd probably go to my go-to, which is the spring cable. Because that, I believe, is a 2/2.
And that's a nice sock.
It is a nice sock, and it's easy to do 2/2 without a cable needle than it is 3/3. It was a little fiddly at first until I got back into the swing of things.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited.
Well, that we just merged right into Rate Your Date because Sheila had a date to rate and I don't have a date to rate. So, Whirlwind Romance, there's nothing of merit to report. So, we'll move on to future dates. And I can't even begin to think about a future date until I finish some of my current dates because I have a lot to catch up with. I'm hoping that this will be... the sickness will be behind me. Now I can just get stuff done. So, my future date is to finish things.
My future date is yet another pair of socks. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I've already picked out my skein. This was handpicked because it's specifically... So my son had asked me for a pair of socks, which he always does, and we were teasing about him not being Blue Moon worthy. And he is actually Blue Moon worthy. He takes very good care of his things, especially if he knows I put time and effort to him, although he did lose a hat, but we're not going in there.
See, if he was my child, that'd be it. Done.
He knows where it is. He's a freshman, and I guess an upperclassman picked it up for him afterwards, and he just hasn't asked the upperclassman for it. So it's more of a shy thing. I'm like, whatever.
'Cause my husband lost a sweater I made, and
well, that's different. This is a worsted weight hat. It was unfortunately
he'll never get a sweater again.
It was unfortunately the beanie hat that I liked, the double layered from Fiberista Files. Right now, they don't need any hats, and my sons are not bashful that if they need something, they have no fear of asking. So he asked for a pair of socks, and he picked out another yarn, but I told him I would knit him Blue Moon, because honestly, if he doesn't wear it, I wear it, so no big deal. I picked out medium weight, and I picked out this color. I'm so bad, because it's like my least favorite. It's my least favorite colors. It's a brown and red. It's certainly masculine. Yeah. And I'll just do a vanilla. I'm going to try and do a toe up.
What's it called?
It's a mill end.
Oh, mill end.
Yeah, medium weight superwash merino mill end. I'm going to try to do, what's her sock that I've done so many times?
Right.
Yarnissima.
Boy, something boy.
Yeah. Spice Man. A Spice Man sock. I think I'm going to try and do it without the pearl gusset because that tends to hurt my hands. But I'm also doing it on a bigger needle than I have in the past. He's not going to care. But he definitely needs a gusset for his foot, the way his feet feels. If I don't do the Spice Man, I will do some sort of toe-up gusset sock. There's so many of them out there to choose from, but this is my next project. I got to wind the ball today. I'm kind of getting close to finishing this, depending on how much time I get today. Because we're actually going to grill outside.
Wow.
It's a gorgeous day. I am at an offsite all next week, so I want a vanilla sock, so I have to at least get this ready.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead, absolutely. Put it in a project bag and call it a day. So that's all I had planned. Socks, and more socks. But hey, I'm willing to share my...
That's great. And you're getting rid of
It's a
another
big step
skein.
forward, yes. I thought I was doing well. 31 still left to go.
Well, didn't you know how many you had to start
I
with?
thought I had 30. I don't know where all these other ones are, but they're there in my stash. So every time I use a skein, even though it's not completely full, I put it either, I get rid of it altogether, which I'm not going to do anymore, or I put it into the used pile so that I can keep track of exactly what I have. I do have plans. Actually, I do have plans. I don't know if I mentioned this. I do have plans for my scraps.
Yeah.
At some point. This is a long term. I want to do that barn raising quilt.
Oh, yeah.
With all my, in case, this is the book I brought. It was not the book I intended to bring. In case anyone doesn't know what the barn raising quilt is.
That's it.
That's it there. It's each individual square. It's in the book Knit Along by Larissa Brown and Martin John Brown. I'm sorry. So my long-term goal is to do a square out of each of my Blue Moon colors.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Lightweight or worsted.
You could just do one period, once in a while.
No, I know. What I should do is after I finish with the color,
you should
that
do
wouldn't
one.
take too long.
It would take like an hour.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's going to be 7.5 inches.
Because I've knit a barn raising quilt square before.
We both
and it
did
didn't
for,
take that
MJ.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it calls for, I think, a size 2, but if you wanted to, you could do like a size 3, because it's a blanket. It's not a sock. It doesn't have to be dense. So yeah, then I might do that. Maybe I'll try and do that since I've been working really good with my socks.
Just bang one out, throw it in a bag, and
yeah,
that's what I used to do when I was making my my woven loom.
That's right.
Quilt. I would just do one with a leftover, throw it in the bag, and then eventually I looked in there and I had enough to make a quilt. So
yeah, what I should do is get a project bag with the size needles in it and just
do it.
Maybe that'll be another project for me.
And
today.
it would just be a little thing you could always start one if you just keep a copy of the pattern in your sock bag.
Well,
you could always start one up if you are at an offsite or something and you finish up.
Right.
You're like, oh, I have my needles in my pattern. I'll just do the barn.
Yeah, that's true too. And that way it will help me. The first square will give me a general idea of how many grams I have or need, because there might be some that I might not be able to do.
Well, maybe you can use 2 colors on it.
Yeah, because I think I've used other things for it. So that's my long-term goal with my Blue Moon.
That sounds like a good goal.
Yeah, I'm not a big into those, the mitered squares, and I'm not a crocheter, so, and I'm not doing that beehive thing.
Oh, yeah, the puffs. I never understood
I tried
puffs.
one, and I'm like, it's a toe. It's a toe and a heel, people. I don't know.
I think I knit one too, and I was like, this would be a lot of work. It's not just that. You knit the thing, and then you've got to stuff it.
Well,
and then you've got to sew them together.
You didn't have to stuff it, but yeah, it's the sewing together, and then, just...
That was kind of too fussy for me.
Too fussy for me, so we'll see.
Baubles and Bling. I have no Baubles and Bling this week. I didn't even leave the house since Tuesday.
That's too bad. Bobbles and Bling, I had a Bauble and Bling, and I left it at home. I grabbed the wrong book, so it ended up working out well, but I grabbed the wrong book. I bought a book. I'll explain. Maybe I'll have even some progress to show.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, so we'll see. Next week.
So, crushes and heartbreaks. This whole week for me was basically a heartbreak. It was school vacation, and so I was planning to do a lot of fun stuff with my kids, and we did manage to go on Tuesday to out to lunch, and we took my kids and my friend Diane's kids. We went to Placer Frontheim, and then we met Sheila and her boys for lunch at Jordan's Furniture, And after that, we were going to do the ropes course that they have there, but the line was really long.
I don't know what I was thinking when I planned on it, because, it's not like my kids are the only kids who have vacation.
I know.
I
didn't think of it either, but it was like an hour to 45-minute wait or something.
It was over an hour wait.
It was just, and I had to take my son to a doctor's appointment, so I had to be home by a certain time. I had to be home by 2. So anyway, we had lunch, and then we went to the jelly bean store, and we watched the water fireworks anyway. We had a nice time. And I got sick, mildly sick, about an hour after I got home.
Really?
Just mildly. And I didn't really think anything of it. Sometimes when I eat out in a restaurant, they put preservatives in the food. It just bothers my stomach a little bit. But that evening, I thought I was having a hot flash at first, but I was having a fever. I got a really high fever, and I got sick. And so it looks like I might have had food poisoning. And I was laid up in bed Wednesday and Thursday. By Thursday, I think I got out of bed a couple of times. I mean, other than to go to the bathroom. I got out of the bed a couple of times to come sit downstairs, but I could only sit up for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I would just start to feel really sick. I had to lie down flat. And then on Friday, I felt a little better in the morning, but right before Sheila came, I got sick again, like badly sick. So I was like, don't come over, I'm still sick. And at that point, I went and consulted with my doctor's office, and anyway, he thinks it's probably food poisoning based on the symptoms, and if I'm not significantly better by Monday, I need to go in. But I am a lot better now. Like, I'm keeping food down much, much longer. It's still like symptoms are still lingering a little bit, but it's like
taking longer to get through.
It's not going straight through me like it was before. The only thing I had for 2 days, I think, was crackers and Gatorade. I don't like Gatorade very much.
Yeah, but you need it.
But it somehow the Gatorade was easier to go through than the water would just go right through me. Like, water did nothing for me, but the Gatorade kind of like took longer. I don't know why.
Probably because of the electrolytes and minerals, and
maybe stuff was getting absorbed
exactly.
or something. I don't know, but for whatever reason, Gatorade saved my life. I was because of my sister-in-law had the same thing. I'm sure I didn't have her bizarre bacteria, but I was really careful from the very beginning to stay hydrated so that I wouldn't have to go to the hospital.
And get IV fluids.
And get an IV. Yeah, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my kids just hung out around the house. Like, they had nothing to do. And half the time, I was in my bed.
Right.
And, my husband did end up taking Friday morning off, and he took the kids to a movie.
Oh, good.
So they at least got to do that. But, I feel bad about it. Yesterday, they went with their friends and their friends' parents to a winter festival in Lowell.
Oh, nice.
And they had a good time there. And Jim is going to take them out today hiking. So they're getting a little bit of fun time, but
good.
It was basically the waste of a week. So after 8 p.m. on Tuesday, I did absolutely nothing. I couldn't even read.
Really?
Yeah, I was so sick I couldn't even read. I could just lay there. It was horrible. You really do feel like you've been poisoned when you have food poisoning. Like, I would have welcomed death at one point. It was so bad. I had food poisoning once in the 90s, and I forgot how bad it was. It's bad. You just feel like you're never going to be well again.
Really?
So anyway, I'm a lot better now. I'm still a little
queasy.
Yeah, like, I'm getting tired sitting up this long doing things.
Because, think about it. You haven't had anything in your system, so your body's lacking nutrients, and so you're weak. Yeah, absolutely.
It makes you feel weak, because I really did not eat much in the last few days. And I still can't eat a ton. I can eat a little bit at a time. Yeah, that's good, I got cleaned out. Believe me, completely cleaned out. So anyway, that's my heartbreak, and I can't think of any crushes.
my crushes and heartbreak. You know, my kids were home. We, unfortunate for you, we were able to do things. We did not get sick. She was the only one in this.
Nine people when one person got sick, but I am also the only one who ordered a salad.
Right.
So I think.
Who knows?
Diane said that's what you get for ordering a salad at a burger place. So I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't get sick. We didn't have our plans didn't go through on Tuesday like we had wanted to with the ropes course, but my kids had a good time.
Yeah, mine did too.
Wednesday we ended up having a friend of mine over with her 2 kids, and it was one of the nicer days that we kicked them out.
Oh, good.
We had they had a snowball fight. I was trying to teach her how to do sock knitting.
Oh yeah.
She was doing sock knitting on a 9-inch circular. I'm like, how can you do this? But when you do a sock on a 9-inch, you still have to either use DPNs or something to do the heel. I read the instructions, so I was trying to teach her how to do cuff down with the magic loop method. And I was trying to explain how to do a pickup stitches. She's like, I don't understand what you're talking about, pickup stitches.
Oh.
So that was just funny. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, I had a doctor's appointment, and then I met my friend Courtney down in Framingham. We ate out almost every day, at least once. Yeah, my bank account doesn't think so, but thank God I got paid last week. It's all gone now anyways. I did pay my bills, though. Thursday, we ended up going to Framingham, and, you know, I can't say this enough. I really have a lot of fun with Max. My oldest is at an age where he's 15. He's really actually a halfway decent teenager. Yeah. He's a good kid. So we have a lot of fun. He sits up front, so we have a lot of fun. And then, so Thursday we ended up meeting up with my friend Courtney from college. Friday we just hung around, and I went with my friend Phil that I go out with every now and again. We average about every 6 weeks or so. And he's got a lot of things going on with renovating his condo and needing a new car. And
oh, yeah.
And then yesterday we went and met up with my sister-in-law in Framingham again. That's always fun.
Well, it was only one day.
Yeah, no, she's good to my kids. Just annoys the heck out of me. But no, she's good. She loves my boys.
She does.
Everything. She does. She was over in California for the Chinese New Year, so my husband and her were talking about things going on there. And my husband's mother is still out there, and she's in her 70s, so.
Yeah.
She's not out there by herself. She's out there with my brother-in-law, so that's good. She's not out there alone. But yeah, we had a good week. I'm trying to think if I had any heartbreaks, and I can't honestly say that I did, besides not being able to record on Friday, but.
Yeah. I think it was best that you stayed away.
Yeah. The only heartbreak I have is that I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You really do. I mean, when you don't have to wake up early like I do at 3:30 in the morning.
No, I know. I just know exactly how you feel.
So this week's going to be a long week. I'm working at an offsite, but I'm going in for morning draws, which is good because I will make up overtime to make up for last week. So last week is purely vacation pay.
Right.
When I work a regular day, I'll have differentials for coming in early. I have a little bit of overtime, so it's always better than just regular pay.
Right.
So I'm working overtime. It will kill me getting up early, but it'll help in the paycheck department.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is I work 4 days, then I have a day off because I'm working this coming weekend. Then I work a few days. Actually, I think I might have Sunday off because I'm switched to something. I don't know. I'm going to look at my schedule. I feel like I've been out of the loop for a lot longer than a week.
That's how it feels when you work full time.
The only good thing about coming back is other jobs you have emails. I mean, I have to catch up on some emails, but there's not going to be like a pile of paperwork. Nobody keeps a pile of patients to draw for you.
Yeah, that's when I was working as a lawyer, it was always sucky to get back from vacation.
Yeah, because it was like, was it even worth the vacation sometimes?
There was always somebody that monitored and handled your... Because if you're a lawyer, stuff can come in that has to be dealt with immediately. But, you know, the person who covered your mail would do, like, the minimum. Because they have their own work. Right. So you'd come back and there would be, like, I filed a motion to get more time for you to file a motion, so it's due at the end of the week. You'd be like, you know, they would do it. They would do what they could to help you, but you'd be like, if it was me, I would have asked for 30 days, not a week, you know. Just I feel you. You came back and it was almost not worth going.
Yeah, I mean, when I worked in an office job, it really was almost worth not doing. Here, you know, I get to go home and I don't have to worry about anything.
No, your work is...
My work stays at work.
Right. You don't have long-term project type
not really,
things.
No. So, it'll be nice to see the people that I work with. I miss them. It'll be nice to catch up on some gossip that's been going around. Not gossip, but changes are in the wind. I don't think anything serious, but still to catch up with that.
And find out what's going on.
Yeah, find out what's going on. See, you know, how everybody feels about it. But, so, that's all I have. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
No.
So, gossip and innuendo. First of all, I just want to remind people the North Shore Yarn Crawl is going to be coming up in the week where Saturday is the 19th. I don't know how to describe that. So Saturday, I think it starts on like Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, the week of the 15th is a Monday. Oh, no, that's February. Well, yeah, no, it would be the same thing. The 14th.
The week of the 14th.
So, what's it, the North Shore Yarn Crawl?
Yeah, look it up. Because I can't remember when it starts, but I know that it goes through the weekend. Because on Saturday, March 19th, Stitched by Jess Lou is going to have a trunk show at Circle of Stitches in Salem on 66 Wharf Street as part of the Yarn Crawl. So if you go to the Yarn Crawl on Saturday, make sure to stop by and see her. I told her I'd try to stop by, so maybe we could try to go on Saturday to the Yarn Crawl. We haven't been in like 2 or 3 years.
Maybe even longer. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get in because the only place that has it is on Facebook, and I'm not logged into Facebook right now, and I honestly don't remember my login. It just says North Yarn Crawl, 9 fabulous shops located Boston's beautiful North Shore. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. No, that's the official shawl. Apparently there's an official shawl.
Do you have to wear it?
I don't know.
I think they'd give you some dates.
Here we go. March 17th through the 20th.
There we go. So that would be
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I thought it was starting on a Thursday.
And we have the official passport. I think you had to get things stamped, and at the end of the place you pass it in. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And download your copy of the official crawl shawl and get those hooks and needles going. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at the official shawl.
Well, we'll maybe have to see if we'll go.
Yeah. And 9 stores.
9 stores. So I'll put that into the calendar thing in the show notes. That'll give a link to the website so people can check it out if they want to. But definitely don't miss the trunk show because seeing Jess's stuff in person is always way more fun and exciting than looking on the internet because you can look inside and see the inside of all the bags and it's pretty good. Plus, she always has like her little notions, pouches, and everything.
Coordinating and all that. Yeah, it's fun.
So there's that. Let's see. That's it. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting tired.
I know. It's time for us to go.
I think that's it.
We'll still plan on recording Friday, or
yeah.
I won't get out until 4:30.
That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's actually probably good because by the time you get here,
everybody will be where they need to be.
It'll be about time to pick Lily up, so I'll just grab her and.
Okay. We'll figure it out. Time.
Yeah. But. What was I gonna say now? I totally lost my train of thought. No, it's me. I'm tired from. This is like the most I've talked in 4 days. I'm kind of tired from it. I can't think of what I was gonna say. Let's just kill it now because I'm just.
So where it's not the end of where it's not March, we still have the full week to do our knit-alongs. So get those in and done, and we'll think of something for next.
That's what I was trying to say, and that we will draw prizes for those 2 knit-alongs on the first day that we record when it's March. And we will draw a winner for Modern Lopey in the next episode. So if you haven't gone in on that contest, make sure that you do before then.
It's a great book. So with that, have a good week. Thank you for watching us. We really do appreciate it.
We do.
Knit with Heart.
Bye.